Cue the static. Look in my eyes. What do you see? CM Punk comes back and walks out of there, and we all went crazy. Like, that is the reason why, like I said, you've been hearing my voice through this review. That's why my voice is pretty much still recovering, because, oh man, I went crazy. And throughout the night, and this is the live perspective, you had people chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. And I would say that was about 90% of the audience. 10% of the audience were booing them out because they didn't think that he was going to show up. Now, for me, I was on the neutral side. I'm like, okay, I'm reading the reports. I hear what the reports say, but never say never. I could very well see that WWE would bring in CM Punk because they have a long history of burying the hatchet with people they were on bad terms with. So you knew it couldn't be out of the realm of possibility. Likewise, on the flip side, you knew about CM Punk's history, or all the reports that were stated, and well, yeah, both his history with WWE and the reports that were stated in AEW. So it's not too far-fetched to believe that, hey, they would basically not want anything to do. So I said, I'm just gonna play it neutral. If he shows up, I'll go crazy. If he doesn't, well, hey, I didn't get myself excited for no reason and will not leave disappointed. I am a guy who basically, even though I read the reports online, like on NoDQ.com, I like to just sit and wait for the moment, because the moment itself ends all doubt. And man, it was fantastic. And being there live, I can tell you that when the babyfaces won WarGames, in my section, there were people who were walking out because they thought that was the show. And if you look back, when I went back and looked at it on Peacock, and yeah, they were really lingering a lot with just showing those replays. They even threw up the credit graphics, so it looked like it was gonna end. And then the CM Punk Cult of Personality 2023 remaster, which I think Living Color dropped about 24 hours before Survivor Series. More clues that something was up here with Punk coming in. Then that hit, man. I bet all those people that were probably halfway out the arena was like, oh snap, CM Punk, let me run back. They missed that, man. So always, like with credits, I always stay until the very end of the credit rolls. Same thing with WWE. I always stay to the very end of the event once the announcers basically send everyone home and say thanks for coming out tonight and we'll see you next time, so that was cool. And man, the reaction CM Punk got. Now listen, I was here at Allstate Arena in 2011 at Money in the Bank, and that was a thunderous pop that CM Punk got from all of us when he won the WWE Championship. But this topped this by a large margin. See, I have just never, in all the WWE events I've been to and throughout the years, I have never seen or heard or experienced such a long, sustained, roaring, cheering for someone to come out. Man, this pop, this reaction was it's beyond thunderous. It's beyond blowing the roof off. It was massive. Just one long and then CM Punk singing the lyrics. Like, it was huge. We all went crazy. Even the 10% that were booing, they were jumping up and down. Like, man, the reaction, like, you had to be there. It is probably the best reaction I've ever witnessed in person at a WWE event, and I've been going since 2007, so that's over a decade and a half, and I've experienced some great moments, especially with Punk in Chicago as well. AEW winning the AEW Championship, him defeating Jericho at Extreme Rules 2012. I mean, this just topped almost any pop I've heard in person for the times that I've seen CM Punk wrestle, or even just show up on a wrestling show. This was incredible, an amazing moment, and it doesn't surprise me that on WWE's YouTube, it's gotten millions of views, like probably over 4.5 million views, probably still rising by the time this video is up. It is tremendous. So an all-time great moment, and overall, overall, I think it made Survivor Series great because being there in person, you had two great matches with just enough solid filler matches built off this tremendous, huge return. And now, as we go into 2024, Triple H is making things look really good, and I'm glad that Triple H has taken over in terms of full creative control from what the reports have said about Ari Emanuel, basically giving that to him. Because let's be honest, Vince McMahon, like I said, I thought he was tremendous for where he got the business to, but in the later years, man, there was a lot of booking decisions I thought was just head scratching. But now here, this shows the testament, because let's be honest, WWE did not need CM Punk from a financial standpoint, from getting the arenas sold out standpoint. Survivor Series was already sold out pretty much before Punk even, I think, got released from AEW. They don't need him from a merchandising standpoint. There's so many things that is going on right now with WWE's business. They don't need Punk, but Triple H, to his credit, he does not get complacent. You can tell he still has the passion for this. Yeah, we don't need Punk because we're still thriving, but why not go there? As he said in the press conference, this was like a last minute decision or something like that. And he says if the fans want CM Punk, he gets people talking. That's good for business. So why not bring him in? And that's what I think we love. We love that we have been seeing in WWE in recent times, that effort, knowing that just because WWE can just rest on their laurels because they're making that money, they still go all out and do this. So I'm looking forward to it. And I know some people are concerned, well, what about the reports in AEW? CM Punk, look at this. How in the world is WWE going to manage CM Punk when he was barely manageable at the end of AEW? But here's the deal. We know with WWE nips things in the bud. If things get out of control with CM Punk, they will not hesitate to nip things in the bud. Like I said, they are financially doing well enough right now. So if CM Punk isn't going to be professional, then there you go. WWE, they don't have to deal with him. But I think CM Punk will be professional, just like they got this thing about after the show. I didn't see it from my viewpoint on where I was sitting, but yeah, you have Seth Rollins going ahead and cursing out CM Punk. And like I said on the No DQ review, do we really think that Seth Rollins was going to be unprofessional and run up and attack CM Punk in the position that he is in the company? No, I think these guys at the end of the day, they don't like each other, but they will be professional and work for the greater good to do what they're going to do, and that's entertain us, the audience, while making a lot of money doing so. So I think the future is looking really bright for WWE as we head into 2024. And as someone who my all-time favorite is Stone Cold Steve Austin, we saw just as recent as last year's WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin can still go at an acceptable level. So, knowing CM Punk, who can still also go at an acceptable level, possibly there's a chance that we might get CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in the very near future. I'm looking forward to it if it does happen. It just doesn't seem like it's no longer far-fetched, and man, I think it's an exciting time to be WWE. Yeah, it's not the Attitude Era and all the great eras we grew up with, but I think for the first time in just years, WWE is better than what it has been, and that's all we want as wrestling fans. Fun characters, fun storylines, fun moments. Also, gotta give a shout out to all the fans for the last 9 years at the Allstate Arena that kept chanting CM Punk, because y'all never gave up and you finally got your moment. So there's a good lesson. Never give up. It just might happen one day. So I think WWE ended off on a really high note for Survivor Series, just like Triple H did so many times with NXT. When you look at the PLEs this year, there have been good shows, there have been great shows, but I don't think there's been one bad show, and this Survivor Series was far from bad. So overall, really looking forward to it.